Students, welcome to the Tuesday night evening class, helping students learn the violin at the advanced level. So last week we worked on some scales and Mazas etude as well as the Bach Double. And yeah, we kind of just went through the first sections and kind of get you guys familiarized with some of the runs, some of the tough passages. So yeah, ultimately, if you've been playing somewhere between, let's say, 3 to 8 years, 10 years, and you're doing third position, fifth position, this will be a good class for you. And last week seemed like everybody enjoyed coming on and getting some tips. So actually, we have a couple students willing to play this evening. We did not have that last week, so that's exciting. So yeah, for those of you guys that don't know me, I'm Michael Sanchez, violin teacher in the United States, and we have about 10 students with us this evening. So I'm going to bring on Jasmine, who's going to be our first victim. I have to say it. So yeah, Jasmine, tell us about yourself and where you're from.
Okay, my name's Jasmine, and I'm from Bristol, Virginia, and I've been playing now, picked it back up again 9 years ago. I started in 5th and 6th grade. So I've been working on the Bach Double, and haven't gone very far in it because it's pretty difficult. And I've also been working on the sweeping stroke Mazas song. So I'm going to try to do the Bach Double. But yeah, it's not going to be perfect. So
it's okay. Hey, just the fact that you're willing to come on as the first student is like everybody's clapping in their heads right now.
Yeah, and realize that I'm going to be a little bit nervous. So it's just all part of it, I guess.
Yeah, and this is good training, you know, good performance training.
Yeah, can you pretty much see?
Yes, I can. If you can back up a little bit so I can see the left hand fully and put the...
Not too much, because then I might not be able to see my music.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah. Whatever you got to do there. Cool.
Yeah, I got to fix this up too.
So yeah, I recommend that you guys work on the scales that I assigned last week. I was mentioning for you guys to work on the F major 2-octave scale and the C major and D major 2-octave as well. So if you guys are working on that. All right, go ahead, Jasmine.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that.
Good job. All right. Let's all clap for Jasmine.
Of
Oh
course,
yeah, I gotta do the cool view, and the cool thing about Zoom, we can see all the students here in one clap. So let's all clap for Jasmine. Encouragement.
Yeah, right. So long as you haven't been
no, just the fact that you did that was great. I know nerves comes into the equation, but you know, the more that you do that, the more it's going to seem easier and easier. So there's two things going on there. You're learning music and the technical side, but also the performance side. So good job.
Thank you. And the more I get to see all these faces and they keep hearing me play and stuff, the more relaxed I'm going to be.
Yes. Yep. They'll all clap for you, and that was a good job, really good job. So yeah, I'll give you some tips on that. Good start, really good. I like the rhythm that we talked about, because yeah, you're doing an additional class with this during the week, and we talked about rhythm a lot, and you actually were doing the rhythm great. That long 9-beat subdivide was perfect.
Yes.
So nice work on that. Cool. So yeah, as far as a couple of notes and stuff like that, let me just mention. I'll go to my sheet music. So I'm going to share my screen here. So you guys can see me do that like we did last week. So yeah, on the right side here is the Bach Double. Cool. So yeah, really make sure, watch those high threes, Jasmine. So I'll point some of those out, take my circle here. For example, right here, make sure you watch this G sharp.
Yeah.
See me circling that?
Uh-huh.
Yep, and then it's a half step to the add a constring here. So basically you have a third finger followed by a 4 that's touching right there. So 3 here and 4 half step. So just, yeah, you can kind of use those two notes as reference and make sure they're close. Also make sure, watch the F sharp, so that should be high 1 here. To B natural there. And then here's that, this is where the Bach double gets tricky because there's so many accidentals. So you have, you have a lot of F sharps, but then you have a lot of F naturals. So it's tricky. So here, that could be confused as a, a sharp, but it's a natural, and that's a low one there. Here's another one of those high 3s. This is okay to do open here. So you don't have to do 4 there. I won't make it too hard on you. And then here, low 1. I think you played F sharp there, I think. So watch that. That's a low 1 there. F natural. Why don't we just try the first 2 lines again, and I'll just, yeah, see how you do with some of those adjustments there.
Okay. And you want to be played again?
Yeah, just the first 2 lines, like kind of where I was marking up a little bit.
Okay.
Good. Good job. Nice job. That was much better. So you nailed the G sharp there. That was great.
It was probably nerves at first that got me.
Of course. You know what? You know what happens though when you make a few mistakes, and I have stuff to talk about. So thank you.
Okay.
So good job. Also, these 8th notes right here, these are actually twice as fast as what you did them there.
Oh, okay.
So if I start the second line, it should be. Like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just a small thing there. Also, tips just about the general style. So I recommend it to be a little bit more détaché, which is basically not so legato. It's kind of just assumed with Bach. So try to separate the notes a little bit more. So instead of doing legato at the beginning like this, try to make it more. Kind of like that.
Okay.
Give
Okay.
another try. Yeah, see if you can détaché a little bit more, and yeah, let's see how that goes.
Okay.
Good. Yeah, so
Better,
that was better. Every time it gets better and better. Great job.
my nerves was still in play right there.
Yep, that was better than the last time by far. The 8th notes, still a little quicker. They should be twice as fast. So you've gotten in the habit of playing those as quarter notes right here.
Yeah.
So those should be bum, 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 instead of you were doing bum, bum, bum. So it's bum, bum, bum right there.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see it right here.
Yep. And then, yeah, and then as far as it sounds, yeah, you're really working on this. So just to point out those notes, still that F natural right here. So you've gotten used to playing that as an F sharp.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And then a little higher with that G sharp.
Okay. Okay.
Other than that, really, really good job.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
It was perfect. You played it really well, and you gave me things to talk about. That's how it should go.
Oh, good, good.
If you played it perfectly, I'd be like,
Why are you here?
Right. Exactly. Good, good. The détaché was much better. That was good.
Oh, good. I'll concentrate more on that too then.
Okay. Yeah, just it's really easy to miss the accidentals. So just try to what I recommend is maybe writing in your music if it's a high one or a low one. It's actually
Yeah.
sort of a good practice of theory, just really knowing, when it goes one way or the other. So I recommend doing arrows in your music, and
Yeah.
maybe if you do that and then do a screenshot and then show it to me at your lesson, that way I can make sure that you're understanding all those F naturals and F sharps.
Okay. Yeah.
That'd be great. Cool. Thank you. We'll come back to you if you don't mind for the Mazas.
Oh, good. Good. Okay.
All right, great. All right, let's bring Jill on. Jill, tell us about yourself and how long you've been playing for. Anything else you want to say that's interesting? Put you on here on speaker view.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jill. I've been playing since I'm 4. I don't know what else to.
You're a really cool person,
I posted a lot of information online, a lot of videos. Sometimes I'm lucky enough I get to do some performances, and I have a lot of fun with it.
I love watching you play, and I'm looking forward to giving you some tips.
Me too.
Yeah. Well, we started with the Bach Double, so why don't we have you do that?
Okay.
Great job.
Good job. Yeah.
Thank you. I missed a couple of notes there.
No.
You did it on purpose so I could critique you.
All right.
Good job. Very nice. I've always enjoyed your progress with your left hand. I remember when you were around 2 or 3 years ago, we really had to drill that left hand, and you've really come a long ways. That's really good. Yeah, it's
I
good.
worked hard on
What's that?
I worked hard on it because I
Yeah.
injured it severely, so I had therapy as well as, extra practice.
Yeah, and every time I hear you play, you're always so in tune. If you miss a note, you obviously when you're off, but generally you're really in tune. So yeah, it's a great job. I would say in general, try to get a little higher knuckles. Sometimes that just kind of makes things a little bit tougher with those low 1s and 4s. And then shifting, it's just going to be a little easier to just let fingers fall down when we're a little higher up. So I would recommend that. Your angles are good, really nice. Bow holds great. I can see what you're saying about the using more bow, right? So you kind of were wondering about that. I'm noticing a little bit of arm movement over more extension. So what I would recommend is getting you to extend out more and bend more coming back.
Okay.
And just kind of letting that bow go more. And one thing that you can do for that, obviously the Bach double is played quickly, but slowing things down and just focusing on using the whole bow as much as possible, then it's going to feel more natural. And as you speed up, you'll still be able to use a lot of bow because you're working on more of the extension. So yeah, I would say, warm up with scales and just try to, really get things spread out. Do you do like how do you do scale work? Do you do thirds? Do you do slurring with scales, or how do you do that?
I've just been working on trying to use whole bows.
Got it.
Full notes, because I know that's a problem for me.
Well, there's always something to work on.
Right.
So yeah, I would say try to think of it, as far as the 4 parts of the bow stroke that I emphasize a lot. So you have part 1, which is you come out a little bit with the arm, and then it's from there a lot about extension, not arm movement. And a lot of students, it's really easy to get kind of caught up in the middle of the bow and just kind of hang out there. What I recommend is trying to use the whole bow like you're doing, and also being really precise and articulate about your 8th note. So trying to play your 8th notes in a certain part of the bow as well, because your 8th notes might only be using so much bow. So what I would do is, so I'm starting. I actually have stickers. I did a tutorial on that, so I have the stickers on here. I'm not a beginner, but I have stickers. All right, so watch how I use half the bow even for the 8th notes. I'm really trying to be deliberate with that, not just the half, the quarter notes. So like right here, see how I use the upper half? See, whole bow. So yeah, just think extension more, wrist bend coming back. Give it another try. See if you can use more bow. Everything else is great. You're really well in tune. So we just got to get you moving more with that bow. Good job. That was so much better.
Okay.
Yeah.
It didn't feel very comfortable, but it takes time, I guess.
Yeah. No, it's like your sound was so much more open. It wasn't restricted. It just sound more musical. It's great. It's work. Yeah. So one thing I'm noticing, Jill, the pinky seems a little bit on the stiff side. So if you can try to get the pinky and hand more on top, and just try to restrict yourself from pressing at all with the pinky. Try to be more here. You're just a little bit kind of straightened out. So that implies that you're maybe guiding the bow a little bit with your pinky, and that kind of can restrict things a little bit to use that whole bow. So at any point, I should be able to grab your bow and circle it around. So I think the pinky might be restricting you a little bit.
Okay.
Slightly, but yeah, I'm being picky. So many good things. Great work.
Thank you.
Awesome. Takes a lot of guts to come on and play, especially when you're not expecting to. It's like you're at a recite. It's like you're in the audience watching a recital, and then all of a sudden the teacher's like, "Hey, anybody want to play?" So great. All right. So let me give some more tips on the Bach Double, as we did kind of go a little bit farther. Or last week we kind of went up to a certain point. Let me bring Mitch on here. Hi, Mitch. There you go. You're promoted to panelist. Share my screen. Okay, I did notice that both Jill and Jasmine, you guys played the last measure of that first line in first position. I recommend for you guys to work on that in third. It's a better fingering up there.
Yeah, for the trill especially.
Yeah, so right here, if you guys could work on doing that in third position. Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So I would just do third position there, and then we move on here. Actually, Jill, would you mind going on from the spot that you stopped at?
From A?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Nice intonation at the end there. That's a tough intonation there. Good job. Hey, I'm curious what you guys can see right now. Can you see Jill and the music or just Jill?
I saw Jill and the music.
Oh, you can? You can see both.
I saw it, yeah.
Great. Good. All right, I'm trying to figure that out. Okay. Cool. All right, so just a few little spots in there, and Jill, I'll suggest some fingerings for you too. So if I start at, you guys can see the music right now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. Okay, so if I'm going to take it from here and make some suggestions for you guys and some, point out some things with the intonation. So. So yeah, that can get a little pitchy in there, just from past experience with a lot of students. So yeah, right in here, make sure that you're hitting the C sharp right there, which carries on here into the D. And then we want to shift up in a third position right here, I would suggest. So make sure you guys are doing that right here, shift. So that would be a fourth finger on the A string, 1, 4. And then really make sure that C sharp is tight to the D. So that right there is going to be. So we're still in third position here. And then really watch that half step right there between the G and the F sharp in third position. So we have 4 and then 3 half step. That's easily missed there. So if I start that measure, it's going to go. Right there, that can easily be missed out of that F sharp there. Then C natural. Right here is where I shift down into first position. So I recommend shifting down here to first. And then Jill, you played that really well in tune. Great bowl lift you did. So yeah, just some spots in there. What I recommend is just really paying attention to your half steps. So like, here half step, pay attention to low ones, having a good solid hand position. So low 2 there. Jasmine, would you mind taking it from like right here?
Okay, I'm looking at it right there. I'm trying to find it on my page.
Okay, yeah, I know you have a different part. Anything but before that's fine.
Anything before what?
You could start anywhere. I'll know where you're at. Don't think too much about it. Yeah, I just want to see how you do in that spot when you get to it.
Okay, and then stop me so I don't keep trying to keep going on.
Well, you sound so good. I don't want to stop you.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Good. Yeah, right there. Watch the F natural here. Should
In
we do
that
that?
third position?
In first position right before that, the F natural there.
Okay, I see that.
Yeah, good. That was nice. Try it again. Try it again from, yeah, similar spot. Watch that F natural. Try to play a little bit more lower half of the bow, I would say.
Okay. Oh my. Okay, let me start again.
Sure.
Oh my.
Yep. Yeah, that spot's tricky. But yeah, that's all going to be in third position. Everything up to that third position spot was absolutely perfect, other than that F natural.
Yeah, if so, the F natural, I should actually just try to drop it back more. I'm not laying it
Oh,
back close.
are you thinking F natural, but you're just not getting back enough?
I'm not getting back enough, is what it is.
Ah,
Yeah, that's what it is.
I see.
And yeah, I'm not getting back. And then on the third position thing, I'm just learning third position. Maybe in
Yeah.
the last few months, I have not, it's new to me.
Yep. Yeah, the key to it is really just establishing good hand position as you're going up and sticking to it, especially in a piece like this, because you have to have a really tight hand to really hit those half steps, right?
Yeah.
As you're shifting up. So once you're high enough and your angles are back and your thumb index are bringing you up the third
Yeah.
position, then try to just limit your movements as much as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like for the F naturals, just think more finger squeeze back like this instead of sort of maybe you're thinking too much like that. So
Yeah,
think
I've
more
got
of
to
that.
remember to bring it back more.
Yeah. Good. Every time's getting better though. I would, yeah, recommend just working up some of those spots with the third position and the F naturals. So nice
Yeah.
work.
Thank you.
Cool. All right. Let's keep going in the piece here because it's kind of where we left off last week. So I'll share my screen again here. This next part I really like. This is where we actually have the solo. And yeah, there's a lot of, can you guys see me right now?
I see the music and I see you.
Cool. That's awesome. I like that. Okay. So yeah, if I start at A, so really important is making sure that our elbow is really powering the bow change to get that to sound clean at the solo at A. Otherwise, if you're just changing here, it's not going to be as clean. So really make sure that you're getting a nice powerful tone by using your elbow and your index. Okay, so let's start it. I'm going to start at the solo, the pickup. So elbow here. I'm trying to play kind of more at the frog. Shift. Open. One on the D here. Then shift down. And yeah, I was noticing, Jill and Jasmine, just sometimes watch your bowings. A few spots in here with the bowings. So like this would be a spot I think the bowings could easily be tricky. Right in here. Right here. So that line. And then yeah, that's a C sharp there. So make sure you got that high 2. And shift. Then back to the frog. So right there. So yeah, make sure you get the F sharp high enough here. That's easily missed. Let me go back and kind of point out some of the shifts. So let's see. So right here, this is a shift in the third position here. Make sure you work on that. third, B, 2, 1. And I recommend staying in third position here. And that's a B natural half step. That's easily missed there. And then back to first position here. Jill, do you want to try the solo?
Okay.
Good. Nice. Good. Very nice intonation. Very good. Cool. Yeah, I mean, really, if you just using more bow would just do so much. So I would just say, you know, more.
Better bow to do it with.
Just extend that arm out. That makes your playing sound so much more colorful.
Part of it too is I'm very close to the table here, so I might be
Sure.
like, afraid.
Sure.
Also,
that makes sense.
But it's the only spot I have to set up in, so.
Yeah, no problem. Right in here, I don't recommend doing this in first position because it gives kind of unnecessary string crossings there. So try that section I just circled in third position. So. See the section I just circled there? Not seen it?
I'm trying to find mine. Let's see.
Oh yeah, it's marked most of it in third, but then it has on my copy the C sharp back in first position. If I'm looking at the right spot.
I see. Okay, so it's got you doing back to first. You're saying there?
Yeah, that's what mine has.
Okay, that's not terrible fingering. You did the part before that in first though. I thought.
That's what's marked on mine. So you
Okay.
would say,
I like that fingering to stay on the A string there. I think that's better fingering there.
And stay in third?
No, you can go down. Either way there. Yeah,
Okay.
I like staying because then I can vibrato the A. But that's not terrible to go down there if you're used to that. But yeah, I definitely would do the part before that in third. Yeah. Cool. So you guys can work on that fingering there. Great.
How about if I jump up just for the A?
You could.
I've got that pinky fear still, you know?
Uh-huh.
I could go.
Yeah.
That would work okay?
Yeah, that would be fine. Good job.
Okay.
Oh, great. Cool. All right. So go back to my video here. So yeah, lots of fun going through this with you guys. Just giving you guys some technical tips. Let me take a few questions. We don't have a ton of time, but maybe take one question. Sorry to not include everybody. We kind of were in a little zone there. You guys have any question? Yeah, I see that you guys have been chatting on the chat though. That's great. You guys are getting to know each other and asking each other questions. That's great. Appreciate you coming on, Marie. Hope you come on again. Marie's from the Philippines. We have a student all the way from across the world joining us today, so thought that was really cool. So appreciate you coming on. And yeah, anybody else that's watching this recording, yeah, I encourage you guys to come on next week, Tuesday at 8 o'clock. We're doing these classes every week. And yeah, I recommend that you guys keep working on your scales, your F major scale, C major, D major, 2-octave. The Mazas, we'll do more of the Mazas next week. And yeah, try to really work on your intonation in the Bach Double with the F naturals, with the shifting. Try to get in the habit of you know, not avoiding third position as much as possible. And you know, try to articulate the piece more at the frog. I think would be really good practice. Ultimately, working up speed. It is a fast piece, so I got to kind of get you guys moving a little bit. But that comes with time, with practice. So yeah, we'll take it a little bit faster next week. I think a little bit. And yeah, let's give the audience participants a hand. You guys did awesome to come on and play. So, and maybe a few of you others will agree to come on next week and play a little bit. Nothing to be scared of. That wasn't so bad, right?
No, not at all. Not at all. Getting a little easier.
Yeah, it's great. Cool. All right. So, any other last-minute questions? All right. So, yeah, just email me or come on the website if you have any questions. And then, yeah, we're about to go into our adult learners group. I have to give you guys a code, don't I? So this code is going to be what you guys can use to earn entries into my contest, which I'm giving away, Bo, on Thursday. Jill has lots of entries. Mariana has lots of entries. They're actually neck and neck. They're first and second place. I want to see you guys fight. I want to see you guys fight it out. I want to see a punch. Jill, give her a big slog.
I need a new bow. That'll solve all my problems.
Oh my gosh.
I don't have any money to buy one either, so.
So hey, so you participate, you learn violin, and you know you guys have been awesome coming on and coming to all the classes. You kind of killed two birds with one stone, you know? Yeah. All right. So yeah, I got to do the same thing I did last time. I'm working with a limited number of codes here. So I'm going to give you guys one. If you have any issues, if you've already used this code, just email me at michael@violinshack.com. But I'm going to give you guys this code that most of you guys won't have. So this is for the 25 entries. It's going to be Fiddle Kaiser. It's F-I-D-D-L-E, like fiddle. And then Kaiser is K-E-I-S-E-R. K as in kite, E as in egg, I as in igloo, S as in Sam, E as in egg, R as in ransom. Fiddle Kaiser is a 25-point code. And then if you guys are here live, I have to give you the numbers in front. So I'm going to chat that in the live chat here for you guys that are here live. There you go. If you have any issues, if you already used the code, just email me. It'll be fun to talk to you guys anyway. So appreciate you guys coming on. Hope to see you next week.
All right.
Fun class. Fun just to be on and hear you guys play and give some tips. And I'll be posting this recording on YouTube. So yeah, and I encourage you guys, I just put a playlist together on YouTube that's really good at all levels. I know the song is really simple that I'm going through, but it's really good for technique. So like if you really want to master your technique, I recommend you guys to go on YouTube and check out my newest playlist. It's basically 17 lessons, but they're all like 2 or 3 minutes long, and they really emphasize technique and just getting you guys to have solid foundation. So yeah, it's a really good playlist to go through. And if you have any questions on that, just send me an email as well. But yeah, thanks so much for coming on, and we'll see you guys in the adult learners class here.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.